Hi, I'm Dennis from Accountant's Desktop. In this video, I'll take you on a quick tour of an FBT job paper file, which is designed to help you manage the preparation of FBT returns for your clients, or to calculate the employee contribution required to reduce the value of those benefits to zero. For those who just need to calculate the value of a car benefit, there is a separate workbook called FBT Cars, which is identical to the Cars worksheet in this job paper. We'll have a closer look at that worksheet in this video. If you like this video, please give it the thumbs up below, and don't miss any of our future videos by clicking on the subscribe button. Our FBT Calculator is an Excel workbook which you download from our site and save to your document management system for easy retrieval. It's a job paper style workbook which is designed as an all-in-one solution to completing an FBT job. The only protected areas in this workbook are our formulas and written content. All other areas can be used for whatever purpose, giving you maximum flexibility. You can add pictures, shapes, icons, or screenshots to make it easier for you to follow or review your work. As well as including several handy job management tools, you can import Excel data or copy in or paste any number of client and or ATO reports and screenshots of supporting client records. This calculator can be used for all employer and benefit types. It includes a summary for the FBT return and a summary of benefits by employee. And at the end of the workbook, there are 20 unprotected blank sheets for DIY calculations. When you first open the workbook, you'll see a help sheet, which will give you general information on using our job papers and some handy tips on using Excel to get the most out of our calculators. You can refer to this sheet whenever necessary. A job paper file usually contains many worksheets, so to help you with navigation, we've added a Customised tab called Accountants to the main Excel menu. This menu will help you find your way around. You'll have a much better experience using our job papers if you navigate using this menu. Another option for navigating a large workbook is using the pop-up menu at the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, which you can access with a right-click in that area. You can then select a worksheet from the pop-up list. The worst way to navigate in a job paper file is by scrolling through individual tabs at the bottom of the screen. There are a few handy tools in the Accountants menu. For example, you can use the back button to go back to the previous screen and constantly switch between those two screens, the top button to go to the top of a long sheet, the ticks and crosses buttons to place ticks and crosses alongside any data anywhere, and the import Excel button to import an entire Excel worksheet or just selected parts. The dashboard is where you can enter general client information and where you can see the contents of the entire file. It's here that you enter basic information about the job, such as the employer's name, TFN, ABN, employer type, and the names of client employees and your staff members working on the job. These names can then be selected from other sheets in the workbook. Also on the dashboard, you can see job management information, such as the number of items in each sheet and the number that are not yet completed. Below that, you have the FBT reports section, and each item there will display a green tick where applicable to show that sheet as in use. Likewise, a list of benefit calculations below that. If you choose to use any of the DIY sheets, you should enter a description in that box to show that sheet as in use. And there is a comments box that you can use for any purpose. Moving through the workbook using the Accountants menu, there are 3 optional job management checklists that you can customize to help with job processing. They include a pre-job checklist, a procedures checklist, and a post-job checklist. To help you manage your job, there's also a to-do list, a query sheet, a sheet to copy in a screenshot of the relevant parts of any emails, and a sheet for general file notes. And the record sheet allows you to import Excel data or paste anything relevant to the job. In the reports group, you'll find a return summary, an employee summary, sheets to post the FBT and integrated client accounts from the ATO portal, and a sheet with FBT rates used in the calculations. The benefits group is where you'll find calculators for all of the fringe benefit types. The cars sheet shows a summary of all car benefits entered, and each car can be accessed via the left-hand side menu. I'll come back to this sheet later for a closer look. The loan sheet also shows a summary of loan benefits, and likewise, each loan can be accessed via that left-hand side menu. Then there are sheets to calculate the value of the benefit for debt waivers, expense payments, housing, living away from home, board, property, rebatable or exempt, other, car parking, and meal entertainment benefits. And at the end of the workbook, you'll find those 20 DIY sheets that you can use for any purpose. Going back to the car benefits sheet and looking at a specific calculation, you'll see notes and tips on entering data in blue to the right of the data entry area. Use those where needed to help with completing the calculation. At the top of the sheet, enter details of the car and its use, including those employees in receipt of the benefit. You then have two options for entering the cost of the car for FBT purposes, depending on the source documents available. You can either enter the contract price and then list the relevant reductions, or alternatively, you can enter each individual component of the price. At the bottom of each cost calculation, you enter the date and cost of any non-business accessories added to the car after purchase. Then we have data entry cells for both the statutory formula and operating cost methods side by side. For the statutory formula method, a flat rate of 20% applies to benefits provided from the 1st of April 2014, unless there was a pre-existing commitment in place before the 10th of May 2011. So in most cases, there's no need to enter odometer readings, and the value of the benefit will already be calculated. If the car was held for more than 4 years at the beginning of the FBT year, the cost price used in the calculation will be automatically reduced by 1/3. For the operating cost method, enter details of all costs at the relevant labels. For registration and insurances, the value of annual costs entered will be calculated from days held. Deemed depreciation and imputed interest will be calculated separately for the car and any non-business accessories fitted after purchase. There's an automatic calculation of the opening written down value for each, but you do have the option of overriding that with your own figures. Below that, you can see a summary of the value of this car benefit using each method, and the lower of the two will be automatically chosen for this car. There are a few simple calculators below that to help with calculating GST inclusive costs and days available for private use. Thank you for watching this video on our FBT JobPapers. Don't forget, if you liked the video, please give it the thumbs up below. And don't miss any of our future videos by clicking on the subscribe button. My details are shown on the screen, so please feel free to contact me for any further information.